These are the top 5 SUVs you need to be buying right now. If you don't know, my name's Tommy. Been in the car business most of my adult life, done sales, done finance, now I negotiate car deals. So let's talk about this top 5. This is going to make people mad, but I'm okay with it. But the Honda CR-V is just getting an honorable mention. It is not on my top 5. Now, I'm making this list for the average consumer that is buying a car today. And the Honda CR-V, frankly, is just hard to get right now. It is a difficult vehicle to get and you're paying a premium for it. So because of that, that is part of the reason why it's on this list. On top of it, everybody has a different need. Some people plan on owning their cars for 6 to 7 years. Some people will own it for 3. Some people own it for 20. If you're owning it for 20 years, then the Honda CR-V might be number 1 or number 2. But if you're the average consumer owning it for 6 to 7 years, that long-term reliability isn't as important. And when I look at the Honda CR-V, it's just bland. It's not exciting. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to tell you that. Now, the hybrid edition, when I do this, I'm going to do a hybrid edition sometime later this week. This car might be a little bit higher, but when it comes to the gas motor, I'm not that impressed. Number 5 on my list is the Volkswagen Tiguan. And if you guys want to interchange this with the CR-V, you certainly can, but the Tiguan just has a little bit more availability. It's a smooth, quiet ride, which is something I'm a big fan of, but the interior is a bit minimalistic, which you either love or you hate. I'm personally not always a big fan of it, but sometimes I can't enjoy it. The interior can sometimes feel cheap, but otherwise it is a great looking car. It's something good to look at, and it's something a little bit more unique compared to everything else on the road. Again, long-term reliability might be the biggest concern for this car, but other than that, the Volkswagen Tiguan is a great car if you plan on owning it for 6 to 7 years. And just another small perk, this car is one of the only cars in its class that can actually offer a third row. Realistically, that third row is pretty darn small, and you probably couldn't fit anybody more than a 3-year-old back there, but I digress. They're at least trying to add that room for somebody who would want to have it, which is exciting. Number 4 on my list is the Genesis GV70. I just love this car. It's understated beauty. Now, not every car in this car is going to be luxury or expensive. I have some Japanese cars coming, don't worry. But the GV70 is just a beautiful vehicle for the price. You're getting a lot of that luxury feel without having to pay the crazy price tags. Now, it is a Genesis, so long-term reliability, again, is something to be concerned on. But again, when we're looking in this interior, they're definitely doing some bold things to make you feel like you're in something different. I love the ride. I love the feel. I love the interior. This is definitely a win all the way around. It would be higher if it had long-term reliability. Number 3 on my list is Toyota RAV4. Now, I love what this car looks at. Just look at it for a minute. It looks like a great car. They're definitely going for that rugged feel without going over the top like Subaru. I think Subaru is a great vehicle, and they're not on my top 5, so don't freak out. But that being said, I like the rugged look to this vehicle. Technology is great, safety is great. They're definitely doing a lot of good things. Availability is getting better, which is what I like, but it's still tough. So that's why it's not higher on this list. I understand this one might get some hate, but I'm totally fine with it. But the Mazda CX5 is number 2 on my list. You could put the CX50. I honestly interchange them as almost the same car. Yes, there's some design difference. Yes, there's some size difference. But realistically, it's a preference on which one you like more. Now, again, in this class is the Kia Tucson and the Kia Sportage as well. I could make a top 5 list and add those 3 cars in there as well. But realistically, if you're looking at a Mazda CX5, the Tucson, or the Sportage, the Mazda CX5 is the top out of those 3. So I just eliminated those other 2 off my list completely. I think if you're looking for a car like this, you can't go wrong with the Mazda CX-5. It is a beautiful car. It has some great technology. The reliability of Mazda is actually becoming better and better over the years. And on top of it, the incentives on this car are absolutely bonkers and crazy, and it's still holding a strong resale. Again, I love what this car looks like. More importantly, I love what this car drives like. It drives like a sporty SUV, especially when you get one of the turbo models. It is fun. You can get 0%. You can get great leases. I love the Mazda CX-5. And again, call me a little fanboy. I don't even own a Mazda, but I do. A lot of my clients, once they drive these cars, they don't drive anything else. Again, the Tucson and Sportage is nice, and realistically, they can be interchanged here depending on preference. But again, I think the Mazda CX-5 is better than those 2, so I eliminated them off the list completely. Sorry. Number 1 goes to nobody else but the Lexus RX 350. Now, I will never forget the moment that I first sat in this car, which is saying something because I live in car sales and I breathe car industry. So when I went to the auto show and I sat in this car, again, I sat in every car, every BMW, every Mercedes, every Subaru, every Toyota, every Honda, every Hyundai, doesn't matter. I sat in every car. And this is the first car out of that entire auto show that made me go, wow, when I sat in the interior. It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. Everything feels great. There's small touches of convenience that you don't normally get in like German luxury. For example, it is like the smallest thing in the world. I know Toyotas do it as well, but with the side center console, when there's a button that will actually open it like this, and then the other side will open like this. So it opens on both ways. It's like a magic trick. It's crazy. But huge screen, great technology. Self-driving is awesome. It looks great on the inside, looks great on the outside. It drives incredibly well. And again, it is such a beautiful vehicle. It's a great value of all the luxury that you want to have in a BMW or Mercedes, but the reliability of a Toyota. Again, I love what Lexus is doing right now. And I will tell you, if this was 3 years ago, Toyota and Lexus wouldn't even be on the list. I really didn't like their interior design, but in the 2023, 2024, when they redesigned this car, it truly was a game changer, and they finally appealed to the person that likes the German engineering. I didn't put Mercedes or BMWs on this list for the same reason I didn't put Hyundai or Tucson or Hyundai or Kia on this list. Because again, I think if you're looking for a luxury SUV right now, you are silly not to look at Lexus. There's still decent availability. It is an awesome vehicle, and you're going to love this car. I'm gonna repeat it because I understand people are going to get mad. I want you guys to talk about it in the comment section. Everybody's top 5 list is gonna be different. That's why I don't like always making these videos, because again, everybody's needs are different depending on what you want. If you own your car 5-15 years, then guess what? This list is completely different. If you plan on owning it 3 years, guess what? This list is completely different. If you care for luxury over convenience, this list changes. Everybody's list is gonna be different, which is why I hate all these online lists. I'm giving you guys my opinion, my thoughts. This is what I do with all the deals I negotiate, what I think for good negotiability, plus getting great value. Yes, I understand the Lexus, the negotiability there can be a little bit tough, but it's still a negotiable car compared to some vehicles like the Honda CR-V, which you can get some discounts on, but realistically, 99% of people are gonna struggle negotiating. So if you guys like content like this, I want you to like, follow, subscribe. Thank you guys so much, and have a great day.